John Coleman here. You're watching Honest Running YouTube channel. Today I got y'all a different camera view, your overhead. And what I'm going to be doing today is installing the metal gears in the 2075 servo. We allow this because it's durability. Oh, and by the way, welcome back to Spec/Build Tuesday. I just finished up the last round of the Shaw Series race on the, what was it, the 9th? Yeah, the 9th of October. And done pretty good. Hopefully the way I finished the Spec Slash leaves me in first for the points in the series. Now you don't really have to pull these screws out, but I'm going to pull them out, set them off to the side here so that I don't lose them on my workbench. I need to buy me another one of them Texas pit mats. I got one over there, but it's for the track. What I normally do, if I can, I'll pull the pin out of the top of the case and I'll put it right back through these gears here, just so it keeps everything in line there. Now what I'm going to do, should have done this before I started filming, get my paper towels, set them off the side, and I'm going to lay all this on top of these paper towels, just so that I'm not laying it in dirt or anything, because you know I work on everything, you can see a little bit of dirt right there. I work on all my race vehicles and everything on top of this table. Now I'm going to open up the metal gear kit here. I'm going to dump it all out here. I've already done several of these, so I pretty much know how to do it. I don't need the instructions. But there's the instructions in there if you need them. It's pretty simple. Mix and match. Make sure you get everything in the right spot. Another deal with the lithium grease, which I think is the same thing as what's in the kit. Now, there's this little plastic piece right here that comes in the metal gear kit. Your biggest gear and your output gear right here. It will, while I drop it, there it is. A spot in the bottom of this output gear here that it will key into and set into. So you just kind of put it in there. I like taking an Allen. I think 2.0 or 2.5, yeah, 2.0 fit in there. Or you can kind of turn it and set it in there. It will set inside there. Now what I do, and this is just to keep it simple, is I pull this the top center gear, which normally you can do it, but sometimes you gotta wiggle the main output gear off with it. Maybe if I had left the pin at the top, I wouldn't have had to do that. But I lay them out essentially in the order they come off, as close as possible. This last gear is kind of a pain to get off there. Make sure your seal is back where it needs to be. Hopefully y'all see that alright. I'll go ahead, just for safety purposes, not safety but ease of build, put that there. Now I will find and match all my gears to the corresponding gears on here, like so. Now, I will take the gears that go where they go. Set this one just like so in there. Then it is going to be this gear. And just kind of turn a little bit to wiggle it in there. Then there's this big gear. Well, easier just to go ahead and pop a plastic piece on this on top of your centering deal. Try not to turn it too much. Set your big gear here on. Gotta make sure you get it pushed down on there good. Gotta go on that bearing. Now, the top middle gear. Just kind of try to spin it off without turning it. Now you will need the O-ring on top of here. There's the O-ring. You will need to get this bearing off. I find the easiest way of doing it is take your small flat screwdriver like this, set it here, pry up a little bit, turn the gear. It comes off relatively easy once you start working it around. And like that, it comes pretty much off of there. You'll push that bearing down on top of your metal gear. Push all the way down like so. Take your O-ring, set it back on top of there. Now you pretty much got the gears installed. You want to make sure your gasket is probably around the outer edge. Take your top case, slide it back on top, squeeze it together. While you hold it together like this, take your screws. I always just push them back in, like so. And then take my my small screwdriver, start each one of them first. And then start screwing them down. Don't want to go too tight. And like I said, you're screwing into plastic, you can easily strip that plastic out. Crisscross and then go over to the side. Pull her down tight. Go to the next one. Pull her down tight. Don't go too tight. Now run around, check them all. Make sure they're tight, but not too tight. Clean it off, and now you have metal gears in the servo. A lot of times how you can tell is the metal gear will be, or the plastic gear will be gray, like this, and your metal gear will be silver, aluminum. And that is how you do that. One thing I forgot to do. Darn it, I got it all back together. Let's put the grease in it. Don't want to put metal gears in dry. Come on, John, what are you thinking? Now I'm going to pull this all back apart, because I'm a dodo. And put it back, put some grease in it and back together. That could have been bad. Get out there, and first race or two I run, I'm not going to fully pull it off. I'm just going to leave it like that. Pop open the tube here, and just kind of let it push itself up in there. in a few good spots. When it comes to saving your metal gears and your servo, I'm not going to be generous with the grease. I will put it in there and make it where it oozes out. Yes, it may, I doubt it, but it may slow down the servo. But spec slash, you don't really need a fast servo. Now just wipe off the excess. Now, put the screws in. Hopefully I'm holding this where y'all can see it. Yeah. Start the screws. Run them down until you touch. And then make sure they're tight. I'm gonna try to put a little more emphasis into my voice while working on this. Try to get a little more energy. But I will say I'm not going to be the one that's all high-tuned, hyperactive like old Kevin Talbot. I can and will joke around with people. Besides Mr. Mark Santa Maria. I talked trash with him and ended up beating him after he said he wasn't worried about me. You're watching this, Mark. How you doing, bud? Hope to see you soon at Truck Nats or something. And I'm done. What I just used to clean it was just full concentrate simple green. Some diluted. I leave it full concentrate. To me, it tends to clean better that way. Now I'm going to take my old plastic gears to come out of it. I'm just going to throw them in a little bag. Probably never use them, but it never hurts to keep them. Set them aside. Actually, set them in here. And that is metal gears in the servo. Or how you install the metal gears in the servo. I'm probably not going to build anything on the chassis today. Well, tell you what, I'll treat y'all. I will mount the servo since I've got it on, or the metal gears in it now. I will mount the servo on the chassis. What do y'all think? Oh, gray chassis. My current spec slash has a black chassis because it was a Raptor edition slash two-wheel drive, and they come with black chassis and black transmission case. So I'm gonna need my chassis, the servo, the wires face forward, and it pretty much got two little spots it keys in right here on the front. I may mount the ESC too. Now we need 4 3x8mm flat cap screws. And then 2, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mount the ESC too. Might as well while I'm at it. Okay. Set this down here. Let me put this up. Get my handy dandy screw bit holder. Sad that Lone Star closes. I got this from old Bill Bartle. Or, yeah, from Bill that used to help run Lone Star RCs down there in Dallas, Texas area. Kind of sad to see that shop close down. There's the other one. There's them four. I do believe they are a 2mm, not 2.5. I'm going to hold it, start one here. I'll run it down until it touches. It pretty much centers itself, so you ain't got to worry about, you know, starting all your screws before you tighten. Run them down till they hit. Use my chin here. Run it down until it hits. Make sure it's tight. Now right here, what I'm gonna do, I'll go ahead and run, which is not showing it right here, but I do it anyways because I know where it goes. I'm going to run this servo wire through the right here in this little indentation underneath the battery, or in the battery tray, just like so. That way I know it's already over there because the receiver box is right here. Now I'll pull out the ESC. Where's the ESC? It's in this bag. Got the ESC here. Done with that bag. Now it has your attention, warning, you know, be cautious of your LiPo and all that stuff in the different languages. I've already ran one. I already run one. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull this off anyways. And Traxxas, if you cut off this plug, you void the warranty on the ESC. But their ESCs are pretty cheap. Robert usually does a pretty good job of getting me one when I need it. Chassis this way. ESC is going to lay this way. Just like so. Be the second hole here, only hole here. And we'll need the two, where's it? Cap screws. They're a 2.5. Go through the ESC. I always start the back hole. That way I'm not mistaking which hole I'm putting it in. Because the front one is, you can mistake it. They use this chassis for the brush, the brushless, the Stampede. That's one thing Traxxas is good about, is keeping everything pretty simple amongst each other through all the chassis. I think the Bandit has a more narrow chassis. The Stampede might have a narrow chassis too, I think. But they're just this. And you have a different mount for your ESC and stuff here. And but essentially everything mounts the same. Just the things outside of the chassis is what's different. Or the same. Like this, a lot of the arms are the same, just different lengths. Transmission's basically the same. And there's that. This wire will come right over here and go into the receiver box that I'm not going to mount yet. Because in the book, it says to mount the receiver into the box first, run your wire, then mount it on the chassis. But the way I like to do it, I will run my antenna wire through, through the outside here, and come up through here, and then mount my receiver box, which I might be able to mount the receiver box or receiver without. Yeah, if I would move it just right, I can do it without putting it on the chassis. So that's going to be the next video, is the receiver box stuff in the receiver. So on that note, and to end out this video, I'm working on 2 chassis right now. I'm getting my 2-wheel short course back going, and I am working on this. I may or may not build up or fix my JADO for the truck nats, but I might not run it and use the transponder for it, or out of it into my 2-wheel short course. On that note, like and subscribe if you like what you see. Be you, be true, be honest. Hit the notification bell, guys. See ya.